Hi again, this is Tim Arnson. I'm going to show you the Rose of Sharon, how they've done in the last couple years. But I turned my rose garden into a rose, iris, and daylily garden 2 years ago. So this is probably the second year that they've had blooms. So I'm tickled with it. So it started out mostly shrub roses, and it's got a few flags which they bloom real early, and then the daylilies come in, and then the roses will come in later. But I don't know, I think more people ought to try this. Even these knockouts, they leave big gaps, and when they're not blooming, it's just kind of doesn't hold a lot of appeal. But I've been ordering a number of different daylilies for a few years, and then I just start putting them in the rose garden. And I don't know, just I wanted to show everybody this because it's not hard to do, and the color you get from it is kind of neat. Then you can divide these, give them away, move them around, whatever. So this is one of my favorite right there. Isn't that a pretty one? So let's go look at the big garden. There's another pretty one. So it's doing well. A lot of stuff is blooming. The coreopsis, the daylilies, the spider plant is just now starting to bloom. There's a lot that haven't bloomed yet. There is probably my favorite daylily, mammoth. Gets big, blooms forever, just the best, I think. And of course, black knight canna. I've talked about these on a previous video. Now, the Rose of Sharon are much later. They haven't even started to bud. Yeah, they have too. There's a couple little buds. So they're Japanese beetle right there. They're a few weeks away at least. But they look so good this winter with the form, a rounded form. It's just, they've got like year-round appeal. And I finally got them about the size I want. I think on a previous video I said I wish I could keep them all 5 to 8 foot. And most of them are about that size. I actually had a few of these Rose of Sharon die from the drought last summer. There used to be a real big one right on the end of this section over there. But, you know, just planted other stuff in its place. And I think I have a little one over there now, and he'll grow up. He'll be a good one. This is where the big one was. And I think here's a Rose of Sharon right here. Well, yeah, there he is, fighting out with the Cleomes. But we'll get rid of that Cleomes right now. And this weed. And this Cleomes. And that Cleomes. That'll give it a better shot. So anyway, that's kind of what's been going on this year. I got into a plant that is called flower carpet red. Matter of fact, this is flower carpet red. No disease, blooms all summer. I don't allow it to be a carpet. I kind of train it up. This is Tim Arnson again. This is about a month after that last segment of the video ended. Now, we ended up right here, and I just had to show you what changed in the garden from a month ago till now with these spider plants, our Cleomes. They've kind of taken over, which I thinned them out a little bit, but I just don't have the heart to thin them out much more. They're just gorgeous. So I wanted to show you all this. This has happened the last year or two, but nothing quite like this year. And as you can see, the Rose of Sharon are starting, so it's kind of late July. Carolyn, you might want to get a little close up on this, you know, and follow me. And but the Cleomes, they seed in. I didn't plant any of these. My mom gave me an envelope with some seeds probably a dozen years ago, and I scattered a few around, and each year they have tons of seeds, and they're kind of late like the Cleomes, and they grow about like tobacco. They just, once they get rolling, they're amazing. And they'll actually get taller and lean out. So anyway, you know, first we have the iris, then we have the roses, and like this is pretty well shot. We deadheaded it a few days ago, and it'll come back in a few more weeks, but we had the iris, the roses, then the daylilies, then we're going to have the Rose of Sharon and the Cleomes and butterfly bushes. But I just wanted to take a couple more minutes. There goes a couple more minutes to show you what's cool about them as you walk by. I mean, you don't have to look down, but just get a close-up of this one, Carol. How pretty that plant is. See, it's got a lot more blooming to do. All these are blooms. And the daylilies have kind of played out, but it still looks better than just scattered roses that are in the transition phase from blooming and not blooming and then starting again. But I wanted to show you one of my favorite Rose of Sharon. I think I talked about it a little bit ago. This Fuji. And Kelly, we're going to get right over here and kind of look at this way. Come back with me if you can handle it. I'll help you back here. I know you're trying to get that. But it looks a little bit like red heart, but it has a little bit more red, and they're really These are both started from Zion wood 6-7 years ago. I remember the first one I bought is in the other garden. So it's a really cool Rose of Sharon. And let's get the dog in here. She likes to get in these videos. Come on up here. Come on up. Look at Mama. Okay. Well, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Okay, this is a month later. And I just wanted to show you the transition within that time. The Cleomes, which I started fooling around with those probably 10 years ago. My mom gave me a few seeds in an envelope, and I scattered them around. They self-sow every year, and about the time some other flowers are pretty well done, they come on real strong and take over. Luckily, it really doesn't affect the other flowers because they've already done their thing and will come back strong next year. But it's kind of a good mix. We've got the Rose of Sharon coming in strong, and this mixed with the Rose of Sharon, seems like even the color combinations worked out well. I've actually thinned the Rose of Sharon out, or the Cleomes, the spider plants, a little bit a few weeks ago, and they just, keep going. Anyway, here's that red heart I think I had on a video a couple years ago. It just gets better and better. Isn't that a beautiful, kind of a wide spreading tree shape? Blue chiffon, the double pink. There's pink chiffon hiding over there. There's pink chiffon just getting started. So, just wanted to show you that, and kind of my new favorite flower, that Cleome. Have a good day. See you.